Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Radko from Radko Tarot, and in this whole video we're going to look into Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, and as well Gemini Rising weekly general tarot reading May 31st up until May 6th, June 6th, I'm sorry, 2021. And if you are interested in a personal reading with me, or if you do want to take my tarot classes, you can check out the description down below. And there you're going to see a link to my website where you can view and purchase either or both of these services. And so that being set aside, moving to the general reading of Gemini straight away. And the first card you do have here for the week, that is going to be the High Priestess, followed by the Seven of Swords. Moving next, we do have, that is to be the Magician. Afterwards, we have the Four of Pentacles, and the last one that we do have for you, Gemini, that is going to be the Ten of Swords. So we do have a quite of a solid and strong transformation for you that it is going on. And first that I saw the High Priestess, I thought that we are talking about some kind of a sustenance here throughout the week. But now that I do know the other cards, that is about self-reflection above everything else. And it will be a self-reflection about everything, okay? About the way you go about your love life, the way you go about your job as well. And that is going to be because many of you, or probably all of you, are going to find themselves being sick, for example, of being used by other people, you know, or being undervalued as well, or in generally facing underwhelming circumstances. And for that reason, at the start of the week here, as the High Priestess manifests, High Priestess is not, just hold on a second. So High Priestess isn't intuition, it's about hearing the inner guidance in your inner voice, which is different than intuition. One hint: in tarot, intuition is more attached to the Moon card rather than to the High Priestess card. And in these early stages of the week, you are going to make that self-reflection, listening to your inner voice, inner guidance. That is, this is a very abstract, how can I say, a very abstract term. Inner voice is an inner guidance. It is pretty much where you are pulled toward, despite the logic, despite, you know, the code of conduct of the society. And that being said, without sharing much about your yearnings and much about the needs of your soul, if you will, you're going to start moving into that direction bit by bit. And how this does manifest in terms of a career and in terms of love, because it branches out, right? Well, in career, that manifests by one being pulled toward a long-term jobs, long-term endeavors, and that is going to be your stasis at the start of the week itself. And in terms of a love, the High Priestess reflects on the soul bond. So that is the card about soulmates that we do have. And if you are single here at the start of the week, you're going to undergo the transformation to search for that kind of a person. Therefore, you are going to be okay if you are single, should none around you be that person being your soulmate. And in terms of a ongoing relationship, well, then things are going to get even better, because that is the moment where you two are start bonding your souls together. And it is kind of like a feeling. You feel what your partner needs, and your partner feels what you need as well. And right after that, we are moving toward the Seven of Swords. And based on these transformations that you are going to undergo, at these, how can I say, at these stages of the week, you're going to stop fighting other people's battles. It's all that the Seven of Swords pretty much reflects to. And instead, you're going to step for yourself, you know, show a strong backbone, if you will, withstand your opposition, and storm situations if you need, in order to get what you have been owed. That is very important, because in career, especially if you have been mistreated, or rather like treated not the way you are adjudicating for yourself, then you can expect to be rather quite you are to be a bit more aggressive when it comes to career, so you can get what you deserve. For that matter. But the general premise of the Seven of Swords, it is that you are going to start following, above everything else, your own agenda, your own needs, and you're going to start fighting your battles instead of fighting other people's battles, moving forward. And thus, you know, you're going to, how can I say, you not just only you're going to stop being deceived by others, but as well, you're going to start making a rather severe progress towards your own personal needs. And as you start doing so, we are having the Magician moving forward. And this card points that as you do start working for yourself primarily, you, Gemini, are going to start building up your a personal independence, your personal sovereignty here. And with the Magician, you're going to be able to do many, many things for yourself, that is. Many things. It is because the Magician is simply that card. The energy of this card allows you to make the magic happen. What it means, it is that, how can I say it? Basically, endeavors that beforehand was very difficult for you to manifest or to perform upon, or they were simply overwhelming and unreachable. Now with the energy of the Magician, you can definitely go for it. The Magician, it's a card showing that at these stages of the week, you can definitely negotiate your way through. You can talk about a bigger salary, you know, you can talk about as well a how can I say, your vision of a future relationship if you stand again in front of such a thing. And that is all because the transformation you underwent at the start of the week itself. And I would think that this transformation is going to be all about that. At the end of the day, if you ain't happy, no one around you is going to be happy that it is pretty much attached to you emotionally. And for that, you have to place everything right now, at least throughout this week, into your own personal happiness. And with this card, with the Magician card as well, you are going to become an example. All right, many people are going to admire your status. They are going to admire your standpoint, and you are going to receive a how can I say, you are going to be accoladed for what you are doing at that particular point. And this is doing something for yourself, for a change. Now, important thing to be acknowledged here with the Magician card when we're talking about interactions with people, and that is very important because, as we saw with the first card, you are on your road to find your soulmate, or if you already have found it, have found them, then that is going to pretty much going to strengthen your situation. But the Magician, it's a premise where if you aren't accepted for what you are and you have to change just so you are to be compatible with somebody or to be liked by somebody, then it ain't worth it, at least according to Tarot. If you do have a different opinion on it, if you think that it's worth it, then by all means go buy it. But Tarot cards here for this week says that it isn't worth it, and you just have to how can I say, you should relate only to those that accept you for what you are and they love you for it. And right after this, we do have the Four of Pentacles, and that is the moment where you do gather all that, right? You do gather your inner guidance that is pointing you into a certain direction, the status of doing something for yourself and proceeding with your own personal agenda, and the build-up of your own independence, sovereignty, determined actions, being an example, and so on and so forth. And that, my friends, it's pretty much ensuring your secured future, right? That is what the Four of Pentacles simply saying here, that you are going to build up your fortress, if you will. You're going to build up your domain. You're going to build up your comfort zone. And at that stage, you can expect that your job is going to consolidate. Your relationship is going to consolidate as well. Or in other words, they are going to become rock solid was the word that I was not the word that I was searching for, but still it's a synonym. They are going to become stable, okay? And their future, like I said, is going to be pretty much secured and insured. Now, if you are single though, Four of Pentacles could be a bit of a negative card because it shows that you do have a way bigger defensive position that you should have. And thus, if you do, how can I say, if you are yearning to be around somebody, then maybe it's time for you to loosen a little bit the defensive status that you have adopted. And then at the end of the week here, we do have the Ten of Swords, and that is the, how do you say it? That is the draw of the line where you do kind of like analyze everything that happened this week versus the way you have been doing things beforehand, before this particular week, and kind of like scaling the both things one against the other, which is going to lead you to a state here with the Ten of Swords that you will have to make a decision. All right, are you going to go with your new ways, which are the transformed ways that we do talked about, or you're going to stick to your old ways? Now, whichever choice you make, it will be irrevocable, right? It is just the action that you are going to make in order to move toward one of the paths, or the other is going to be irreversible. One of these paths is going to open up a new dawn in your life, and that is the new ways. But by all means, like I said, Tarot doesn't make decisions for you. And if you are happy with your old ways, then by all means keep up with them. But here throughout this week, Gemini, do have a solid chance, I would say, to make a difference for yourself, to make a difference for your personal life, for your career life, for your love life as well. All that you need to do, guys, is follow the urge of your soul. So with that being said, this was your weekly general tarot reading, Gemini. Hopefully you do enjoy it and you do like it, guys. And we are going to see each other next time. Until then, bye.